everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series in GK Today's Academy Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in Academy Android application. So in this app course you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document and also category wise revision ebooks which are optimized for reading on your mobile itself. Apart from it, you are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. Please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 17th of December 2021. Starting with very first question. The Union Cabinet approved the continuation of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Rural till which year from 2021? So the Union Cabinet approved the continuation of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Rural for another 3 years till March 2024. And the extension of the scheme will help in the construction of the remaining 155.75 lakh houses. And it will help achieve the target of 2.95 crore Pakka houses. Okay. Now in the previous lecture we have seen that the Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry is set to launch the Shresth scheme, or you can say residential education for students in high schools in targeted areas. So this will focus on the socio-economic upliftment and overall development of scheduled caste students by providing quality residential education to the meritorious scheduled caste students in reputed private schools which are having the residential facility. Okay. So important thing is you can be asked that Shresth scheme is related to which ministry? So answer is Social Justice and Empowerment Ministry. Now apart from it, the Geological Survey of India, which comes under Ministry of Mines, in collaboration with the British Geological Survey, has developed a prototype regional LEWS, that is LEWS for India, which stands for Landslide Early Warning System. And the system is being evaluated and tested by the Geological Survey of India in 2 pilot areas basically. First in Darjeeling, which is in West Bengal, and second in the Nilgiris district of Tamil Nadu. So GSI is developing the prototype through the Landslip project. Okay. Question number 2. Coonoor, which was seen in the news recently, is located in which state? So I think everybody knows this. An Indian Air Force helicopter with Chief of Defence Staff General Bipin Rawat on board crashed in Coonoor, which lies in Tamil Nadu. So 13 people have been confirmed dead in the incident, and Group Captain Varun Singh, honoured with the Shaurya Chakra this year, who was the alone survivor of the crash, was in the critical situation. Okay. So this was very heartbreaking news actually. Now apart from it, the Government of India and ADB signed a $150 million loan to provide access to resilient and sustainable housing for the urban poor in the state of Tamil Nadu. And Indian government and ADB have signed a $125 million loan to improve access to safe and affordable drinking water and city-wide inclusive sanitation services in Dehradun and Nainital cities of Uttarakhand. Okay. Now also we have seen that the state of Tamil Nadu has recently been awarded the best state for promoting empowerment of persons with disabilities by the Government of India. Can you tell me this award is given by which particular ministry? Please write in the comments. Then Indore has been declared as India's cleanest city for the 5th time in a row in the Swachh Sarvekshan Awards. Second was Surat and third was Vijayawada. And the cleanest Ganga town was Varanasi, while the cleanest city declared was Chhattisgarh. Okay. Now can you tell me which state has recently topped the Smart Policing Index of 2021? Don't forget to write your answers in the comment section. Question number 3. As per the Institute of Human Brands Power Couple Ranking 2021, which couple topped the list? So Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani and Neeta Ambani topped this ranking, and the survey was conducted among over 1000 respondents across India aged between 25 to 40 years. So second were Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh, while third were Anushka Sharma with Virat Kohli. Okay. Now recently we have seen that Forbes has released the rankings of 100 most powerful women of the world. In this, first position was occupied by Mackenzie Scott. Who is she? She is actually the former wife of Jeff Bezos. Then second position was occupied by Vice President of USA, Kamala Harris. And third was Head of European Central Bank, Christine Lagarde. Important thing is, India's Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is ranked at 37th position in this particular ranking. Okay. Now apart from it, new CEO of Twitter is Parag Agrawal, and he has replaced Jack Dorsey. Also, Parag Agrawal became the youngest CEO in top 500 companies. Okay. Now can you tell me the name of first female Prime Minister of Sweden? Do let me know in the comments. Question number 4. Olaf Scholz, who was seen in the news recently, has been elected as the new head of which country? So he has been sworn in as the new Chancellor of Germany, and he is taking over from Angela Merkel, who served historic 16 years as the Chancellor. Do remember that this time it is the first cabinet of Germany to include as many women as men. Okay. Now apart from it, the former Chief Election Commissioner, Mr. Sunil Arora, has been invited to join the Board of Advisors at the International Institute for Democracy and Electoral Assistance, and the institute is also known as International IDEA, which has a mission to support sustainable democracy. Then, New Zealand's left spinner Ijaz Patel became only the third bowler in the 144-year-old history of Test cricket to take all the 10 wickets in an inning. Now apart from it, Alexander Zverev beats Daniil Medvedev to win ATP Finals title, and also recently he has won Vienna Tennis Open 2021. Then Tamil Nadu has defeated the state of Karnataka to win Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. Then Lewis Hamilton has recently won 2021 F1 Qatar Grand Prix along with Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. And who are the winners of 2021 Indonesia Masters Tournament? It is Kento Momota and N.C. Young. Okay. Can you tell me, recently India has won how many medals at the 2021 Asian Archery Championship? Pause the video and write your answers in the comments. Now question number 5. The Saryu Canal National Project, which was seen in the news recently, is to be set up in which state? So Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to inaugurate the 9,802 crore Saryu Canal National Project in Uttar Pradesh, Balrampur district. And the project, which is the biggest in Uttar Pradesh, connects basically 5 rivers, which are these: Ghagra, Saryu, Rapti, Benganga and Rohin. And many sub-canals with a length of 6,600 kilometers have been linked to the 318 kilometers long main canal. Okay. Now apart from it, Indigo was the first airline in India to have launched an ESG report. And Indigo announced that it has signed an agreement with CSIR, Indian Institute of Petroleum, Dehradun, to join hands in deploying sustainable aviation fuel in India and across the world. So under this partnership, Indigo and IIP will enter into arrangements for projects for sustainable aviation fuel based on techno-commercial feasibility, and they will also focus on environment, social and governance, basically known as ESG value creation. Okay. Now apart from it, the Indian athlete Anju Bobby George has been named as Woman of the Year award by World Athletics for encouraging the young Indian girls to take up sports and fight for gender equality. Can you tell me with which sport she is related to? Then JP Morgan Chase has become the world's most systematically important bank according to the latest ranking of FSB, that is Financial Stability Board. Okay. Question number 6. Neelmani Phukan, who won the 56th Janpith Award, is a poet in which language? So he is an Assamese poet, and also he was awarded the Padma Shri in 1990 and received the Sahitya Akademi Fellowship in 2002. Also do remember that 57th Janpith Award has been given to Konkani novelist Damodar Mauzo, and he won the Sahitya Akademi Award in the year 1983 for his novel Carmeline. Actually, he worked towards the inclusion of Konkani as a language in the 8th schedule of the Constitution of India in a movement called Konkani Porjecho Avaz. Okay. Now, a few days back, we have seen that Ratan Tata has been chosen for Assam Vaibhav, which is actually the Assam's highest civilian award for his exceptional contribution towards cancer care in the state. Then, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has recently inaugurated Bhagwan Birsa Munda Smriti Udyan cum Freedom Fighter Museum in Ranchi, obviously via video conferencing. Then India's first food museum has recently been inaugurated at Tanjore in the state of Tamil Nadu, and the museum has been developed jointly by Food Corporation of India and Visvesvaraya Industrial and Technical Museum at a project cost of nearly 1.1 crore rupees. Okay. So important thing is India's first food museum has been inaugurated in which state? So it is in Tamil Nadu. Question number 7. As per the recent bills passed in Lok Sabha, the tenure of chiefs of ED and CBI can be extended up to how many years? So Lok Sabha has passed the Central Vigilance Commission Amendment Bill 2021 and the Delhi Special Police Establishment Amendment Bill 2021 for consideration and passage. So these bills intend to provide enabling power to the government to extend tenure of the Chiefs of Enforcement Directorate and the Central Bureau of Investigation up to 5 years, and at present both the officers are given a term of 2 years. Okay. Now apart from it, West Bengal government has launched a bridge course of 100 days for the students named as Setu Pathyagram, and the course to be introduced in the new academic session starting from January will be made available for the students of all classes, and it is being introduced to help the students understand the subjects to fill the gaps that may have raised during online classes. Now apart from it, Nuclear Threat Initiative, that is NTI, and Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security released the Global Health Security Index. And as per this index, the world remains unprepared for future epidemic and pandemic threats, and the world's performance on the Global Health Security Index score slipped to 38.9 out of 100 in 2021 from a score of 40.2. So India with a score of 42.8 has slipped by 0.8 points since 2019. Not very relevant. Only important thing is which institution released the Global Health Security Index? It is the Nuclear Threat Initiative and the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security. Question number 8. Energy Conservation Week is observed every year in which month? So Ministry of Power is celebrating the Energy Conservation Week from 8th to 14th of December 2021, and the celebration is led by Bureau of Energy Efficiency. Also, it provides National Energy Conservation Awards for industries and National Energy Efficiency Innovation Awards. Why? To recognize innovative energy efficiency technologies. And also it recognizes the national level painting competitions on energy conservation for school children. So correct answer is option number C. Now apart from it, the Armed Forces Flag Day is observed every year on 7th of December, and the day is meant to honor the martyrs and the brave soldiers who serve this country. Then Indian Army is organizing a multi-nation disaster management exercise being called as PANIX 2-1, and this exercise will involve the BIMSTEC countries, means Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, Thailand and India. Now apart from it, World Soil Day is celebrated every year on 5th of December to highlight the people's attention to the importance of soil and its sustainable management. And the theme for this year was Halt Soil Salinization, Boost Soil Productivity. And it aims to raise awareness about the importance of maintaining healthy ecosystem and human well-being. Okay. Now question number 9. Which country hosted the Summit for Democracy in 2021? So US President Joe Biden inaugurated the first White House Summit for Democracy, and it was launched as a 2-day virtual summit. So US President warned about a global slide for democratic institutions and called for the world leaders to demonstrate democracies can deliver. So over 100 participants representing governments, civil society and private sector leaders participated in this summit. Now apart from it, a new data has been released by SIPRI. Can you tell me what does SIPRI stands for? And as per this, sales of arms and military services by the 100 largest companies has been increased by nearly 1.3%, and US was the host of the highest number of companies ranked in the top 100. And then it was further followed by China. Now apart from it, in the previous lectures we have seen that the United Nations General Assembly has adopted a historic resolution to graduate 3 nations including Bangladesh and Nepal from least developed country category to the developing country now. So which are these 3 countries? Bangladesh, Nepal and Lao People's Democratic Republic. Okay. Also, Ministry of Labour and Employment has recently released a new series of wage rate index with base year 2016, and it is compiled and maintained by Labour Bureau. So this new series of WRI with base 2016 will replace the old series with base 1963 to 65. And this is revised to make the economic indicators reflect the correct changes in the economy. Now coming to last question, as per a recent report by Reporters Without Borders, which country is the world's biggest captor of journalists? So according to this, China is the world's biggest captor of journalists with at least 127 reporters detained at present. Also, it reveals China's violations against its international commitments to freedom of opinion and expression. Also, at least 10 journalists and online commentators were arrested in 2020 for informing the public about the COVID-19 crisis. Now recently Yutu 2 was in news. What is this? It is actually a robotic lunar rover which was launched in 2019 as a part of Chang 4 mission to the moon. And recently the rover has detected a strange looking cube-shaped object on the surface of the moon, and the rover spotted the object as it crossed the Von Karman crater on the far side of the moon. So the object has been dubbed as Mystery House right now, and scientists are set to drive the rover closer to get a better look. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nuzhat Sana signing off.